Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over an updated wildcard draft for Game Week 24. So if you're excited for the video, as always, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 50 likes. Leave a comment as well. Are you using your wildcard draft this week, or are you saving it for the future? Subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way, let's get into the video, and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, this is my updated wildcard draft for Game Week 24. Again, if you want to know what app I use to kind of see all of the upcoming fixtures, it's known as FPL Tools. It's just a Google Chrome add-on. Really useful because you just get to see literally all the fixtures and stuff. But yeah, this is the updated wildcard draft. Now, I'm kind of still debating on whether to use my wildcard this week because I put this draft together and I actually really like it. As you can see, plenty of green fixtures, some really informed players, got a couple double game week players in there as well for the Game Week 25 in the likes of De Gea, Veltman and Bruno. But either way, let's go over the team and why I've decided to put all these different players in the team. So in goal we have De Gea and Foster. So Foster, again, just a very nice enabler, 4.1 mil. He is at the moment the keeper that is playing for Watford. Again, the new manager could be coming in and changing that up a little bit. But I think Foster and Roy Hodgson have a really good relationship, so I can't really see him dropping Foster at all. And then we have De Gea as well, 4 really nice fixtures coming up, as well as the double in Game Week 25. Can't really go wrong with that goalkeeper choice at the moment. There are options as well, like Ramsdale, but he will be blanking very soon. I just think De Gea is just probably the best option at the moment if you are on a wild card. So we don't really need to talk about the keepers too much. Let's go into the defenders for this draft. So we have Digne, Walker, Trent, Cancelo, and Veltman, and I'll go over why these players are in the team. So Digne is in the team not only because there's some really nice fixtures coming up, but as well as that, Target, I do believe, has just gone on loan to Newcastle, solidifying Digne's spot in the team, and he's just a much better attacking option than Target was anyway. Not that Target was a bad player, it's just Digne was always going to come in and just, I don't know, battle for that spot. But now the fact that Target's on loan at Newcastle, Digne is going to be playing every single game. With those fixtures coming up as well, he's only 5.1. I just think he's a really nice option. If I was on a wild card, I would definitely be bringing him in anyway, but now the fact that there's like not really any competition for his place, like I would definitely be bringing him in this week. We've got Kyle Walker as well. Now, you're probably wondering why he's on this list and not somebody like Laporte, and that is just simply because Walker's he's got basically a 3-match ban in the Champions League, so Pep's obviously going to be rotating the squad quite a bit, especially with Champions League games coming up. But the fact that Walker cannot play in the Champions League for the next 3 games, he's going to be playing in the Prem, like most likely anyway. I'd like to think so. All the other players would probably save for the Champions League games, but Walker, who cannot play in the Champions League, is just very likely to play in the Prem because he just can't play in the Champions League. There's just not really anything else to it. So I have gone with Walker. You could go with Laporte if you wanted to, but I just think that Walker is a little bit more nailed for Premier League games, just simply because he cannot play in the Champions League, whereas everyone else can. We've got Trent as well, of course. He's going to be in the team, as well as Cancelo. Like, those two are just, they have to be on every single team at the moment because they're just ridiculous. And then we also have Veltman. He does blank in Game Week 24, but if you are on a wild card, then it doesn't really matter. You can play the other options. And so the likes of Digne, Trent and Cancelo and Walker could play, or just Digne, Trent and Cancelo, and you could just go 3 at the back. But then Veltman does have a double coming up, and as well as that, he then after has Burnley, Villa and Newcastle, which are all really nice fixtures. This draft also has 1.1 mil in the bank as well, by the way, which I'll get into why in a minute. But in midfield we have Rafinha, Jota, Foden, Bowen and Fernandes. So Rafinha, just really small, really cheap option for what he is, really. He's on penalties whilst Bamford's out, and if Leeds score, Rafinha's usually going to be involved in it. And he's just a really nice player. He's a really cool player. I really love watching him. But yeah, I think he doesn't necessarily need to be in every single team, but you know, he's going to be the difference between Leeds staying up this season, I reckon, especially with the likes of Bamford out. But yeah, Rafinha just on penalties, good option to have. Jota, now that AFCON, well, it will be over by the time that Game Week 24 pops up. Whether Salah plays in that game week or not, we don't know. He will be coming back 4 days before Liverpool play. So, you know, whether Salah gets to play or not, I really don't know. It's a little bit of a risky one because we might not even get the press conference from Klopp at that time. But I still think Jota should play that game regardless, because you have Mane and Salah, who are both coming back from AFCON. So would they both play? I don't really know. So Jota, I think, is still okay to be playing in that Leicester game, and then hopefully plays against Burnley and Norwich as well. But of course, they have just signed another player as well. I cannot remember his name for the life of me, but that again also comes into contention. So Liverpool have quite a few good options up top now. So I think the likes of Jota will be rotated a little bit more. Maybe Mane will be rotated as well, because I think the new signing is preferably a left winger, but can also play through the middle. I think Salah is the only solidified player in the up front for Liverpool. I've also gone with Phil Foden as well. You could go with De Bruyne instead of Bruno, but again, I'll get into that in a minute. Foden, again, probably will get rotated a bit, which is why having a strong bench is always a necessity at the moment in time, just because of COVID and everything like that, with players getting COVID, all that stuff. So I think Foden is much more nailed this season than he was last season. He's got really nice fixtures coming up, but I think Pep will also want to keep him for Champions League games. So if he doesn't play in some game weeks, like if he doesn't play against Brentford or Norwich or someone like Everton, you know, you do have a really nice strong bench to come on and fill in that spot in case he doesn't play. We've also got Bowen as well, in the form of his life right now, 6.7 mil, probably going to get another price rise. Would definitely have him on any single wildcard team, especially with the fixtures coming up: Watford, Leicester, Newcastle and Wolves. Wolves the trickiest out of those four, but Watford, Leicester, Newcastle, you could see him doing something in those game weeks. And then Bruno Fernandes as well, really nice fixtures coming up, has the double. But of course, this could be one of three players. You could easily bring in De Bruyne instead, and then get rid of Foden, because obviously that'd be 4 City players in this lineup. And then, you know, KDB could then go into Salah in game week 26 or something, or to game week 25. But you could also just bring in Salah now. You know, you do have enough in the bank, 1.1. You know, Salah's 12.7, so you could just upgrade Fernandes and have 0.1 mil left in the bank. With my team anyway, yours might be a little bit different, because obviously prices and stuff for players fluctuate all the time. So yeah, Bruno, KDB or Salah really in that option. But you got to think, like, who's going to score the most over the next like 4 game weeks? Bruno Fernandes has Burnley, a double game week, and then he has Leeds and then Watford, which are all really nice fixtures. KDB has Brentford, Norwich, Tottenham, Everton, which again, really nice fixtures. Salah has Leicester, Burnley, Norwich, and then blanks. So if you do bring in Salah after like game week 25, because you obviously want to get the best out of Bruno, you only got Salah for Norwich. Yes, that's a really nice fixture, but then he blanks as well. Whereas Bruno has Leeds and then Watford. I just, like, is Bruno going to outscore Salah in game week 26 and 27? Or, you know, is Bruno getting more points? It's a really tough one. I think, personally, for me, it's between Bruno and Salah. Like, yeah, you obviously really want Salah for Burnley and Norwich, but are you going to captain Salah against Burnley when Bruno or any other United player has a double game week? You're probably going to go with the United double up, especially someone like Bruno, who's nailed in that starting 11. And then, yes, Norwich against, obviously, Liverpool against Norwich, then United against Leeds. I mean, we all know the rivalry between United and Leeds. Bruno could easily get some points there. And then Salah blanks as well. So you could just keep Bruno all the way up to the Watford game. And then when he has City, get rid of him for Salah then, who has West Ham. So it is a really tough question. And again, you've got enough money in the bank to kind of decide. There will be price rises. You know, Salah might go up in price. I'm not really too sure, but it is a tough one. And of course, if you bring KDB in as well, you get rid of Foden, you can bring someone else in. You could bring in maybe an enabler or something. Then you could spend more money on the back or something like that. It is a really tough one, and I don't really know what to tell you. You just kind of have to make your own mind up in that situation. Personally, I like going with the Bruno route a little bit more, just because he has that double. He doesn't blank. But I'm not going to be watching that Liverpool-Norwich game not having Salah. It is really just high risk, high reward. But again, Fernandes could score against Leeds. You could be happy days. Or Salah could go and get, you know, a hat-trick, and then you're just regretting everything. So, yeah, I mean, there isn't really a right or wrong answer. It's just generally whatever you feel the most comfortable with doing. And then up top, we have Watkins, Antonio, and Broja, or Broja, or however you pronounce his name. Watkins, just really nice fixtures. Again, might not be playing every single minute now because of just the attacking options they have, like with Coutinho coming in and stuff. But I think Watkins will play a lot more than Danny Ings. So that's why he's in the squad. We've got Antonio as well. Again, I've only really put Antonio in this squad because of Watford, Leicester, Newcastle. But you could easily downgrade him if you really wanted to. I would love Antonio for the next 3. But if you wanted to downgrade to like an Edouard or something for Crystal Palace, who's scoring at the moment, and then use that extra, you know, 1 or 2 mil or however much it is, you could easily use that on like a defender or another midfielder or something, just to give you extra money in the bank, or try and even get 2 premiums at that point. And then we've got Broja as well, just a really, really good striker option to have right now. He's playing like all the time. You know, he doesn't have the greatest fixtures coming up with Tottenham and United, but then he has Everton and Norwich and then Villa. But he's just on form, and he's just scoring, and he's just so cheap. He's 5.2 mil. But yeah, that is my updated wildcard draft for game week 24. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to drop a like down below. Leave a comment. What are your thoughts on this draft? Again, if I was using my wildcard this week, I think this would be something that I would be aiming towards. But again, there is a lot of other options you could use. You know, you could get rid of Foden for KDB, get rid of Bruno, someone else. You know, it's a tough one. It really, really is. And again, there are also options like, you know, Christian Eriksen coming in, who's only 5.5, but will he really get a lot of minutes as soon as he comes in? There's very much kind of just having to be doing the eye test at the moment, watching all of the new players coming in. We also got to see how much Liverpool's front three get rotated as well, with the likes of new players coming in and everything like that. So either way, thank you for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and until next time, peace.